Hi everyone, Shmena here. Wishing you all firstly an amazing day. I hope that amidst all of the crisis and global emergency that everyone is staying safe, staying healthy, and just using this time to take care of ourselves, take care of our minds, our bodies, our spirits. I know that illness and sickness and just overall any kind of fear around our health and well-being can be scary, but I know that a lot of us, especially the younger generations like Generation Y and Z and just us millennials, we have a really powerful way of coming together, especially on the digital sphere. And I hope that with this video just being something that I'm continuing as part of my Tub Talk Tuesday series, but overall I hope it can be something that brings you joy, even if it's just a little bit of ease and peace. Then I feel as if my job is finished. I encourage everyone to just indulge in content and activities that bring you happiness, that help you breathe a bit easier, whether that's running a hot bath and drinking tea like I'm about to, putting on a face mask, or reading a good book and just staying connected with your loved ones, whether that's just digitally or the ones that you live with. So thank you for tuning in. I just wanted to give this little PSA before the actual video starts. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is episode 4 of Tub Talk Tuesday, and I just want to say thank you for tuning in, and shout out to those of you who voted on my Instagram poll about what today's topic should be about, and the majority of you chose taking care of our minds. And so this episode will be all about mental health and just keeping a positive mind state and really just securing our goals and our dreams and our affirmations in the mental sphere. So I think many of us know without a doubt how important our mental health is to just the overall balance of holistic wellness as a human being, of course. I feel that especially nowadays, like, we see this emphasis on taking care of our minds, self-care, mental health, just awareness to our thoughts and our beliefs and just mindsets that we hold true to us and even self-identify with. And I know that sometimes mental health and all of this awareness and talk in the more public sphere can seem very like commonsensical. Like, of course we know that, and I want to dive a bit deeper so that we can have a more honest and real conversation about it, I guess. Because obviously mental health can be more severe for some people, other than just like, oh, like I'm having some negative self-talk, or, you know, like I'm lacking self-confidence and things like that. Like, many people in the world experience actual illness within the mind, and from my own experience, I too have, and I'm obviously in a much better space now. But when I was experiencing sort of like the lowest of my mental health capacity, I guess you could could say. It wasn't fun, and it wasn't easy at all to cope with, to really fight against, I suppose. Just to give a brief kind of background about me. When I was in college, the end of my freshman year, I had a breakdown, and that caused me to experience some pretty intense things that ultimately led to a diagnosis of bipolar type 1 disorder. And I won't go too much into detail, at least not in this video, about it, but I pretty much experienced all of the symptoms that you could experience with that type of diagnosis, from psychosis to severe depression to severe mania to all in between, staying up all night for multiple nights in a row, grandiose thoughts, paranoia, etc., etc. And honestly, the bulk of that experience was mostly the depression, aside from all the feeling crazy and other things of the sort. I think that even for myself, I literally had just got to college and came as a psych major. First and foremost, I was taking mental health law my second semester of freshman year, and did not expect any of the turn of events that ended up occurring to occur or happen, and it really caught me off guard. And in all, I'm very grateful for the experience, because it was kind of like a big smack in the face to kind of experience all of everything that one could experience, I suppose, with that type of illness. So that by this time, I just got myself out of it. I healed myself, I will say that. I feel as if I've fully healed myself from that diagnosis. I don't really attach myself to it. I don't proclaim that I am bipolar. And honestly, that's something I want to talk more in depth about too. The powerful statements that we repeat to ourselves, the way we self-identify subconsciously or even unconsciously. To say I am is a powerful affirmation. So even when it comes to mental health, saying I am depressed versus I am experiencing depression, or I have depression at this moment, or I have any illness or anything that's sort of a negative or undesirable trait, condition, state, whatever, makes a huge difference. So I think that in my process of healing, a lot of my inner work and self-care and healthy coping strategies that I learned either through the mental health professionals that I met, or from literally watching YouTube and reading countless articles on the internet, was to literally retrain my mindset into believing positive, healthy, affirmative aspects of myself. So if you've seen my other talk on gratitude, you know that I journal almost every day, and a very core component of my journaling practice is listing gratitude, things I am grateful for, and also listing affirmations in the present tense as I am statements. And so I feel that whether or not you journal, you can literally self-proclaim these in the mirror as you look at yourself. Practicing positive I am affirmations that affirm that you are beautiful, that you are healthy in mind, body, and soul, spirit, that you are strong, that you are persevering, you are resilient. Maybe even if you're experiencing any kind of weakness or dis-ease in the mind, I would definitely recommend affirming words that don't necessarily feel as if you're lying to yourself, because sometimes it can feel fake be like, I am positive, or I am beautiful, or I am strong, if you don't actually feel that way. But you can affirm, I am healing, because healing is an active process. That doesn't necessarily have to mean that you are healed and you're cured and you're better, but that you're getting there. It's an ongoing process. I am resilient. That means that through all of the challenges, you always find a way back to your strength, to your authentic truth, to the essence of who you really are, which is love, light, and abundance, harmonious balance. And whether or not you want to believe that statement alone, it's true. And so I think that the more that we allow external factors or even symptoms of just disharmony within our holistic selves that manifest into things such as mental illness or negative thoughts, self-talk, negative beliefs, poor habits, poor coping mechanisms, toxic behaviors, actions, things of the sort, the more that we affirm that those things are true. So why not reframe the mind and reframe our overall being to start the practice of believing that we are better than all of those things that we can overcome. Honestly, simple things like self-care practices such as mindfulness, drinking tea, taking baths, face masks, journaling, affirmations, are all small but very effective ways, if done consistently and done mindfully, will have a long-term effect on your overall well-being. Oh, I also want to emphasize that my diet and meditation practice and just overall company that I keep have also played a very, very, very significant part in my healing journey. And I definitely want to emphasize these practices or kind of like tools or tips to any of you that may not even be experiencing like mental illness or anything like that, but just need kind of like a reset in your overall life, but want to start with your mindset. First and foremost, breath. Breath is honestly, this is our life force right here. So if you are breathing shallow and unmindfully, if your breath is short, if you don't even realize like, oh, breathing is a thing because it's so automatic and second nature to us, I would love to invite you to practice deep, intentional, mindful breathing as soon as you wake up. Instead of going straight to your phone, take 3 deep, mindful breaths, inhaling through your nose, expanding your diaphragm, or kind of like filling your belly with air, and then exhaling through the mouth and kind of contracting that and like bringing your stomach back in. That, and maybe saying 3 things to yourself in your mind or out loud that you're grateful for, can, I promise you, have immense transformative effects on just how the rest of your life will play out if you do implement it consistently. Try it for a week, and if you'd like to also try out eating a plant-based diet or just incorporating more fresh produce, preferably organic, non-GMO, into your diet, your gut is also known as your second brain, as you might have learned in my last video about my vegan journey. And essentially what that means is that there is a lot of healthy bacteria and just enzymes and things in your gut that play a big role in your emotions and overall mental health. And so definitely try just eating more colors in general, and maybe even try reducing your meat and animal product intake, even if it's just a little bit, and see if that, combined with a little bit of intentional breathing, meditation, gratitude, affirmations, journaling, can help just refresh and give you a new outlook on life. And last thing I think I mentioned was the company you keep. So, take a moment to really reflect on your friend group, your social circle. Obviously, this is a time right now where there's global emergency and a lot of folks are experiencing social distancing or isolation due to loss of work time or just general quarantine precautions taken due to the virus that is going around. And so you probably are spending just more time indoors in general. And so maybe take that time to think about the people that you keep close to you. Are they encouraging your dreams? Are they even on the same path that you are? Not saying that y'all have to, be doing the exact same thing or have the exact same goals, but are they aligned? Do you feel that your frequencies are on the same level? Because, everyone vibrates at a different frequency, and the higher your frequency is, in comparison to someone's lower frequency, the more incompatibility being around that person or people will be for your overall growth and expansion. And so I definitely want to suggest just, especially during this time, maybe if you're on Instagram often, following some new pages that have inspiring or motivational content or content that's just aligned with who you are. Maybe if there's someone that you've been wanting to be closer to because they just they're living the life that you want to live, or they're doing something that you find inspiring or just admire, and you want to just learn more about their process and their journey. I definitely recommend just reaching out and sending a message, or going on YouTube, peeping some new channels, new people who are out here making content that is aligned with your purpose and who you are, and doing a bit of detox as well. So obviously you can't just incorporate new elements without removing or releasing old energies or past people that are no longer serving you. And that doesn't have to be a general I'm gonna cut you off, but maybe it's just unfollowing folks that you haven't spoke to in who knows how long, and are just following them for the sake of lack of awareness, I guess. That can make a huge difference, especially if you're on Instagram scrolling on your phone or Twitter or whatever, and all you see is just drama or content that's not inspiring. It's just kind of you get an apathetic emotional reaction to what they're posting. And if it is a case where you do have someone that's close to you in your life that you don't feel aligned with anymore because of their energy or just their mindset, either one, coming forward to them and just having a heart to heart and let them know how, just their overall energy doesn't necessarily make you feel good, and either addressing it in a way where y'all can both let's try a new approach, and let's try a more positive or forward thinking approach to life. Let's adopt some new mindsets, let's adopt some new habits, let's try out this new diet, or let's incorporate these new foods together, let's try a new hobby. That could be your own romantic partner or your family. So I definitely want to just invite you to at least reflect and think about these things, maybe journal about it, because whether or not you're aware of it, it's affecting your mind. And at the end of the day, our minds are the most powerful tools that we have to create our most ideal reality. And if you're operating from an unconscious or just unaware sort of level in the physical world, that will manifest into your reality, and it will bring about just experiences and circumstances and outcomes that might not make you the happiest. And I think I want to finish off by saying that happiness is a mindset as well. It's a choice. It's not an easy choice, and that's definitely something that I want to emphasize too, because I think a lot of people think that once we do all of these different things, that happiness will then come. But I personally believe that happiness is a decision that you make, that you choose from this point forward, that you will adapt, and then all of the sort of actions and belief systems and just physical procedures that you take moving forward will follow. And you know, it's all a harmonious relationship. Everything is connected. But yeah, I hope that during this time of emergency and just precautionary state, everyone of you is doing your best to be easy on yourself, to spend this time in quarantine or just, you know, indoors, to be more productive and creative, and really take or make a conscious effort to do things that make you happy, to do things that bring you joy, learn some new recipes, try painting or drawing even if you're not an artist, practice a new skill, you can learn a new language, read a book. My book is kind of propping up the camera right now, but I'm reading A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle, and honestly, I definitely recommend reading books that are on personal development, spiritual growth, fiction or non-fiction books that can bring you a bit of lightheartedness or positivity during this time, or any time really. It's always a great day to learn something new, and I think that reading books can especially be beneficial in times where it might not be so easy to self-affirm or just write and think about positive things on your own, if that is still something you're working through. So yeah, take this time, everyone, to stay safe first and foremost, healthy, boost your immune system, get all your minerals and vitamins in, preferably from natural sources. I know a lot of groceries are being cleared out of kind of like canned and dried goods, but a lot of produce is still fully stocked for the most part. So, and also knowing that like these groceries will be restocking, there's not like a food shortage. So to practice mindfulness and not hoard all of these items, because it is making it difficult for people who have necessities to even cover the basic necessities for just a week. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my bath, do a bit of journaling, gratitude, affirmations, read some of my book, and finish my tea. I hope that this video was helpful or enjoyable to at least one of you. And if you have any suggestions for other types of content or videos that you'd like me to make, please let me know in the comments below. And I will see you in my next video. Take care. Sending you all peace, love, and light, and abundance.